And what you're going to see here is something that I've made. And we're going to start it out with basically how the fitness industry has failed you. Now, this is going into basically if you've started your fitness journey and it came to a time where you've seen results, and then you came to a time where you didn't see results, and then you caused yourself to go in a circle, feel discouraged because you didn't get the results that you were working hard for. And then it's just the cycle repeats. And the reason why we don't ever see sustainable solutions is because we've always been fed either gimmicks, quick fixes, lies, scams. Looks like I'm going to add your second user in here, Laney, for you. See if that helps. So yeah, gimmicks, quick fixes, like foods that either burn fat. I mean, you can see these on the internet. There's, columns of foods that either burn fat. There's weight loss meal plans on the internet that are pretty cookie cutter. And then also there's magic weight loss soup, right? So there are things out there that have been advertised that have caused you to think either there's a quick fix or an overnight difference when you eat these certain things or you do these certain things that they're advertising you to do. Number one is there are no certain types of food that are going to help you burn fat quicker or in certain areas of your body quicker. You losing weight or gaining weight will ultimately come down to the amount of food that you're eating instead of the actual quality of it. Again, so if you're eating more, you're going to weigh more. But again, there's no certain types of food that help you burn fat quicker or in certain areas of your body like spot reduction. Again, there's other columns of fat burning foods and then cookie cutter weight loss meal plans. They don't, on the other end of the spectrum, they don't know your goals. They don't know your body type as well as your activity levels. So realistically, you can't be subscribed to anything or any advice that would point you in the right direction unless they know your current situation, your life stressors, what you do, and basically your job description. Any questions so far? We good? All right. Cool. So moving forward, this is basically going to be the cycle of change that happens with everything that goes on in your life. This doesn't just pertain to fitness. It goes with every change that happens in your life. Now, if we were to go to stage one, this is where we all start. It's uninformed optimism. You're uninformed on the exact work that you need to do, but you're very optimistic about it. So this in the starting point of your fitness journey would be cool. I see a advertisement for weight loss pills and I'm going to lose 20 pounds in a week if I take these every day. That's being uninformed, but also optimistic about the results that you may or may not get, depending on how good the supplement is or whether it's a scam. Now, going into stage two, this is where you start to become pessimistic because now you're informed that it probably wasn't the thing that you chose, whether that be keto, a weight loss smoothie shake diet, or pills, whatever it may be, right? You're now informed that it's going to take hard work, consistency, effort, and you just basically doing what you need to do on a consistent basis, no matter how you feel. Now you're informed of that and you're pretty pessimistic about it. But this leads you to stage three, and this is the valley of despair. And this is where everybody gets to, and you can either do one of two things. You can either quit and repeat the cycles of stage one again, picking a different diet or picking a different approach to your fitness, and then just repeat that cycle. Or you can stick it through, commit to it, put in the time, and then eventually you get to informed optimism. Okay, this isn't as bad as it may seem. because now I'm consistent with it. I see results and it works. That takes you to success and fulfillment. This emotional cycle is what we go through no matter what it is, through every change that we have in life. That's how it goes down. Now, here are some hard truths is this is going to take work. Like for you to see results, for you to become the person that you want to ultimately be staring back at you in the mirror, the person that you want to say, you know what, I'm proud to be who I am when you lay your head down at the pillow. Here's the hard truth. If it's going to take time, it's going to take work. But if it was easy, everyone would do it. We wouldn't be on this call. We wouldn't have the issues that we have. So it is going to be hard. As long as you understand that, you should be good, because there is no quick fixes when it comes to your health. There's years of neglect, which causes you to realize that, you know what, maybe I'm not moving in the right direction. I've ended up in a place where I'm not happy. So that's going to take time to reverse that. Okay. Now, I'm not asking you to be perfect, but instead consistent. Now, as long as you communicate with me and you're consistent, then that beats perfection. All right. Now, there's a few facts that I want to dive into, but I want to first ask anybody if you have any questions real quick. Okay, cool. And these are just like, this is across the board. Whether your goal is to lose weight, if you want to lose weight, you need to consume less calories than your body needs to maintain its weight, right? And by doing that, you have to first find your maintenance, find what your body needs in food in order for your scale not to move whatsoever, not go up, not go down, but instead stay the same. Now, this can fluctuate week to week depending on how consistent you are with working out, because one week your maintenance can be 2,000 calories, and then the next week it can be 3,000. If you're not staying consistent with a workout routine, then your maintenance is going to be all over the place, and that isn't going to be a good indicator of progress for us coaches to navigate your next steps. And then also it'll throw you in for a loop, because again, there's no consistency as far as your routine goes, working out, your nutrition. So your maintenance is all over the place. So if you're really serious about either losing weight, gaining weight, or getting after your goals, period, you need to stay consistent with something. Pick a direction and move towards it and stay committed to it. Now, if your goal is to gain weight, again, vice versa, you need to consume more calories than your body needs to maintain its weight. All right, now I give you an example here, and we're going to use Sally as an example. She wants to lose weight, right? She needs to eat 2,100 calories a day in order to maintain her weight. So every day she has to eat 2,100 calories. And when she lays her head down at night, her weight never fluctuates. It stays the same, right? That's her maintenance calories. It takes you a few days, if not maybe a few weeks, for coaches to figure out what your maintenance is after they've put you on a program and seen you stay consistent with it. Once that's established, then we can figure out, okay, what are we going to do from here? And that's where we go into the two options. But real quick, a side note, 3,500 calories equals 1 pound of body fat. All right, so 3,500 calories equals 1 pound of body fat. Keeping that in mind, so Sally can either eat, because she wants to lose a pound. Okay, she wants to lose a pound in 1 week. So she can either eat 1,600 calories, which is a 500 calorie deficit from her maintenance, which makes up the 3,500 after 7 days, so that when she steps on the scale, she lost 1 pound because she was eating less than her maintenance for those 7 days, which made up the 3,500 calories. Now, option two would be she eats her maintenance calories because she likes food, right? She doesn't want to give up her food. She likes food, so she eats her food. But she burns 500 calories a day for 7 days, right? Instead of not eating 500 and eating less than, she ate where she was supposed to be, but she burnt the 500, which again, still has her losing 1 pound a week. So at the end of the day, it's going to come from input versus output, calories in versus calories out, keeping in mind that 3,500 calories equals 1 pound. You can work with your routine and which one, fits you best. This is why we do customized plans, because one person's plan may not work for someone else's. Someone might want to gain weight and they love exercising, they love running, but they don't really like to eat that much food. So again, their calories would be burnt with working out. And then you have other people, clients that like food. So then you would have them burn their calories through workouts. So again, there's multiple options that you can go with. But these are here to help for you to understand. Again, it's just a numbers game. And then you put on top of that macros, which make up the calories, which is where you can start to become flexible with your diet and fit things into your macros so that you can have a sustainable journey. You can have something that you enjoy and you're not stuck to just chicken and rice. But which basically, after the examples, in the two options that you see here, she can both lose a pound in a week, no matter what option she chooses. Now, is it bullshit, right? Only time will tell whether you're doing something that works or you're doing something that absolutely does not work. Time will tell you that. So if you're doing something that works, 3-6 months, it's going to tell you. If you're doing this pill, 2 pills a day, apple cider vinegar, you're throwing a crayon in the freezer and crossing your fingers, like, time will tell that probably isn't going to work for you to lose weight, nor get the results that you want. So real quick, these are examples of people who've not only tracked, but followed their workouts every day, if not 90% or more. And again, this is just what you can see in a very short period of time by staying consistent, and also noting that it's not only physically exhausting, but it's mentally exhausting to create the change that you want. But again, going back here, once you know the pattern, you can disrupt it. This is where most people quit, and they repeat the cycle of a different stage or a different diet or a different approach, and they do this for years. So as long as you know this, then you can find yourself in one of these positions and just realize time is the only thing that is getting you closer to your goals, and you obviously putting in the effort. Now, real quick, before I go into some of these examples, does anybody have any questions? So real quick, here's some of the examples. 3 months, again, showing up, meeting me in person. Here's one of my online clients where she never met me at all in person. In fact, she actually got into one of these scholarships that I was running, and she actually was paid $50 to start her journey. 2 weeks in, she realized this was it, and this is what has been missing in her life. And she signed on for 3 months after 2 weeks of being on the program after I paid her. So again, it's just taking that first leap. It's knowing that if the time that you're going to put into this is going to work, and if you're going to have support on the back end of it. I've coached many people, hundreds of people over the last few years. And the number one thing with every single person when it comes to coaching, when it comes to reaching your goals, is people need support systems. People need someone to talk to when they're not feeling motivated, when they don't feel like what they're doing is working, and ultimately when they just don't feel like they are enough. When in fact, I'm telling you right now, you are. All right. I envision every single one of my clients being a high level testimonial. And I do truly believe that we can get you closer to your goals as long as you're putting in the work. Now, this is, again, another 3 months of an online client that lives in a different state than me. 3 months. This is all at home. She didn't go to the gym, not once. Dumbbells, resistance bands. Again, this was an online client. She used a gym membership. These are all in 3 months. 3 months time. This guy, in fact, lives in Cali. A few more. This was 3 months. Again, the conclusion is results, they don't come from wish. They don't come from wishing, luck, magic, flicking a penny into a fountain at the mall. They don't come from shortcuts, pills, shakes, replacements, throwing crayons in the freezer and throwing ice cubes down the toilet. Results come from work. Results come from doing the boring work, the stuff that you don't feel like doing. And if you come to the position where you know that you're resisting something that you should be doing, just know that that decision there is going to either get you closer to where you want to be or push you farther away from it. All right. Now, I want to entertain the fact of the obviously the crash diets, the ketos, or the pills that have you lose weight in, a few days. What happens when those things run out, right? Because we all can either have weight loss surgery, we can have pills, we can do remedies, we can do detoxes that help us lose weight very quickly. But what happens when it runs out or when the cycle of it is over? The only thing that's left behind is consistency, right? And again, ultimately time, whether you're going to stay consistent with it or not. So again, what happens when it runs out? Consistency. That's the only thing that's left over at the end. No wishing, no luck, no magic, just work, right? And as long as you're doing the work, you're going to get the results. Now, here's a conclusion. I've helped over 300 people become healthier, happier. And in that time, I just want to help more. So help me expand. Share this with a friend, what we're doing, the coaching services that we provide. If they're not in the program already and they've talked about their fitness, then this is something that you could, communicate to them and know that they do have a support system on the back end. And there's someone there waiting to help them get closer to their goals. I am offering $50 for each referral that you do send over my way and they do sign on. So if, again, you know anybody that's struggling with their fitness, send them my way, send them my number, or just, have them get in contact with me. Let them know that you referred them. So if you refer somebody, make sure that they know to let me know that it was you that sent them my way. So real quick, I'm gonna stop sharing the screen. Nobody else joined. Cool. So real quick, any questions, concerns about that specifically?